Hey guys, Jimmy, and today we are on a new site actually, as you can see on the screen right now. Also, this is a Loomian Legacy damage calculator. Obviously, I Eat Your Face released one a while back. I think it was either just before PvP or just after the release of the game. But basically, he made one a while ago. It wasn't like the best, and it was pretty difficult to use, obviously, if you aren't really like tech savvy, I guess. But basically, there is a new guy, which I don't exactly know what his name is. I'm sorry. Oh, it's down here. Never mind. It's down here by COists. Also, I and Team Apex do contribute to this. I don't think I actually did a video showing people how to use I Eat Your Faces because he did it himself. But for this one, because it's a lot better, it's got a lot better user interface because it's very similar to what Pokemon Showdown's calculator actually is like. Just also, the only difference really is like the energy. And that's basically it, I think. So on the personalities and along that, it's basically all the same. So I want to quickly go over on how to use it. If you want to do PvP yourself, this will be a very big help. Basically, obviously, you got your Loomian 1 and your Loomian 2, which also I put the webcam on the bottom right so you can see this. So basically, for Loomian 1, you want to put in whatever your Loomian is. So for example, I like to use Zulong a lot, so we're going to put Zulong in. Now, blank set is going to give you 0 everything, so you can just put in your own set. Also, most people are going to be running the pivot set. As you can see, this is the exact same one that I run. Also, it gives me 200 health in speeds. I am 200 range TPs and also 100 health TPs. That is my exact Zulong that I use. The move is Ancient Raw. I use it. Thunderstrike I use. Elemental Burst I use. Also, I use Dodge, but Dodge isn't going to do any damage because also this is a damage calculator, so there's no point really, like, I guess actually Dodge might be in. Dodge is in, but there's no point like really scripting it to really do anything. So basically, you can put all your info in here. Obviously, as well, it doesn't actually give you an automatic item. I actually run the Ancient Essence, so I'm going to slap that on it, which means my Elemental Burst is going to do more damage to things. Then we come over here to the second Loomian. We put in a Loomian that our Zulong is fighting against. So let's just say, for example, the new Gastroke, because a lot of people, in my opinion, I think will actually use this. So Gastroke, since it is new, it actually doesn't have a specific set right now. So my guess is that how I'm going to expect people to use it is probably going to be 200s in, actually it'll technically be that one because it's an odd number. So technically it will be 196 in health, it will then be 200 in the melee defense, and then I would assume people to put the last 104 into the ranged defense just to make it a little bulkier. Because also it's got pretty decent range attack, so I don't think people will probably use range attack as much, but also it does have it in case people want to use it. Then also we can go ahead and give it its move. So the only attacking move I actually remember it getting is actually it actually gets one, but I don't know if they've actually programmed it. Some moves might be a little wonky, so you might have to give them time to also fix them. And also for new things, you have to like give them a couple of days for them to add new things. But I thought it'd be worth doing a video showing you exactly how to use it, at least to my best knowledge. So it is pretty new to me as well. But again, it's very similar to the Pokemon Showdown's calculator, so it should be fairly easy. So the only move that I can remember off the top of my head is actually Nature's Force. That actually gets it. If we're going to run the item, also we're going to run the health amulets on a Gastroke. We're going to give it the robust nature. That is what I would run. Ability doesn't really matter for this one because they don't really boost its attack or its defenses. There is basically I guess the best Gastroke ability to run is Mysterious Toxin, which doesn't boost your defenses or your attacks in any way. It just has the chance to paralyze, poison, or put the opponent who hit you to sleep if there was physical contact involved. So basically, that's how you would do it. So also ability is none because it's not on this because it doesn't really contribute to the formulas at least. So now we can go over and look at, okay, Nature's Force. If we click on it, we can see that a Gastroke, damage-wise, to a Zulong is only going to do 16% at max. So that means it's going to take minimum, what, six hits? But the reason why I'm going to use Gastroke is because it's actually really good against Zulongs, because Zulong also is still going to be really good. Gastroke actually can deal with Zulong pretty well, because Also, Zulong doesn't do anything with it, and because also, does it actually get this? Yeah, there it is. It's actually on the spreadsheet. But Gastroke also gets photosynthesis, so Gastroke can actually out-heal whatever Zulong does. Plus, again, if you have a health amulet and you have dodge, you can just dodge every other turn and then photosynthesis whenever you want. So Gastroke is going to be pretty annoying, and as well, if it really wants to, you could run poison. This is the set that I would probably run. There's like maybe Nature's Force you could swap out for something else, but that is what I would run. Poison the Zulong and just spam dodge. But the reason why we're using this, if we so whatever move you click on up here, it will tell you, okay, Zulong's the user, so it's going to talk about Zulong first, and then also it's fighting against this Gastroke set that we just put on the game. Okay, now it's going to tell me that, okay, Gastroke has these specific TPs and UPs. Okay, this is how much damage it's going to do. It's going to do 57 to 67 health, which as you can see, is only 26 to 30.6%. So that means it's going to be a possible 4-hit KO, which is trash. So obviously there's that. As well, it'll actually technically be even more than that because of dodge spam and also photosynthesis. So technically, Zulong is not going to be able to KO a Gastroke unless I guess it might get like a burn from an elemental burst. That's the only way really that Zulong can really beat Gastroke, but poison dodge spam from a Gastroke is going to also beat Zulong. But this is a really, really cool sight. Obviously, if you rest, for example, that your defense is lower for that one turn, so also they're going to hit harder. As you can see, it's actually now a guaranteed 3-hit KO if you do rest quite often on Gastroke. If Icicle Traps are up, if you click on this button, it means Icicle Traps are on Gastroke's side of the field, so when Gastroke came into the field, it took a little bit of health for it off of its it took a little bit of health off it for entering the field, which means now with that, it actually means that Zulong has a 50% chance to 3-hit KO, but also again, dodge and photosynthesis, so that's actually not possible as long as you remember those. Other than that, also you just enter the battle, which also, I guess, I don't exactly know what that would be for, to be honest, so yeah, you can mess around with that one, I guess, but also sap plants, which also, whatever you click on, that means sap plants on Gastroke, which can happen because it's a plant type, so let's just say sap plants on this. Yeah, if Gastroke actually got sap plant, Zulong can't actually beat it. Ali has Dusk, which also, these ones are for the normal versions of Umbra and Luxor, so those are the only time you don't use that. So a really, really cool site. I will link it down in the description down below. I guess I'll show like a couple more examples. For example, a Drudgigon or Obsidian even, which has a blank set because no one's really using it right now. How I would probably train it is probably this. I would do that. I would put 200 in there, and the rest would go into that. And then I would put in, the only move it really gets is Primal Slash, which technically isn't true. You can get Raging Tackle if you get it to level 26 before you evolve Igneol, so it does actually get Raging Tackle. And again, let's put it up against the same Gastroke set. So item, we're also going to put the Health Amulet on the Obsidian, because I think it's personally the best. Personality, I believe I gave mine Clever. I actually have Clever and a Robust one. Ability, in this one it technically does make sense, but I don't actually know if it's on. Is it in the game? It should be. Actually, it doesn't look like it's on the site yet. Woodsman, Volcanic, no. Overshadow, Noxious Weeds, Neutralize Me, Spirited Lightning Rod. Okay, looks like it's not actually on this site yet, but basically, every time that Obsidian gets hit, whatever hits it with a contacting move will actually take a little bit of damage. It looks like that one's actually not on the game on the site yet even, so that one will eventually be put onto the site. But as you can see now, actually, do they have Beast Slumber? Oh, they do. Nice. Although, yeah, like I said, it doesn't do any damage, so it doesn't really help, to be honest. But there is that. So now if we click onto Gastroke literally does nothing to Obsidian, which I'm actually, I guess, not too surprised because Plant is obviously resisted. But Primal Slash and Raging Tackle, as you can see, Primal Slash has a potential 5-hit KO. If you actually take off that, it is a 4-hit KO. So if your Gastroke's Health Amulet got knocked off, then there is a chance that you can be 4-hit KO, but if you still have your health amulet, then it is now a 5-hit KO. Apparently this might get changed to saying like why it's 5-hit KO if it's with a health amulet. So there's going to be some changes to the site, but it is pretty easy to use, so I definitely would recommend to use it if you are aiming to try and get better at PvP. So there's that. But also, I guess to mention it, Obsidian's Raging Tackle actually does more damage, which I guess technically isn't surprising. It was at first when I realized it's not Pokemon, you're not getting a 1.5 times stab boost, you're only getting a 1.25 times. So actually, technically, Raging Tackle is the better move to use on Obsidian, at least for a gas stroke, but Primal Slash I would probably use just for stab, and in most situations it can actually get some super effective hits, whereas typeless moves just aren't. Plus, as well, Raging Tackle is very costly, and as well, it has recall damage, which Obsidian can heal it off, but I wouldn't personally go for it. But other than that, there actually is a crit button. So for example, if my Primal Slash crits, we can now see that it does even more damage. Actually, there's a 1% chance to 3-hit KO, which is trash. But if we also take it off, it means it's a possible 5-hit KO. So there is that as well. So from a normal Primal Slash, we're only going to be doing 21 to 26%. With a crit, we're going to be doing 32 to 38%, which also is a lot better. So there is that. So anyway, I'm going to leave this video off here. Like I said, it will be linked in the description. Also credit for Seost, and I guess as well, since IEAT and Team Apex do contribute to this site, that this is going to be a good site if you guys want to learn how to PvP a little bit better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.